How's everybody doing? This is Anthony Brown Logan. I want to talk about the Black Lives Matter protests after the unfortunate incidents of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile, which is still up for investigation. We don't really know what's going on with those, but I digress. There's been a lot of Black Lives Matter protests and rallies, people blocking entrance to off ramps in the interstate, people blocking the downtown tunnel out here in Virginia where I am. Now, my thing is this: what is the purpose? What is the real purpose? I mean, you're going to go out there. You're blocking roads. You're blocking entrances to off ramps. You don't know really what's going on. Really, you're being inconsiderate and you're not thinking forward. You're thinking just right now in the moment what you want to do. I think it's an emotional release. I think that's the purpose, because the reality is you won't change anything doing that. Even if you believe that there should be police reform, what police reform is going to happen by standing on the road and blocking traffic, right? And why do you even want to reform the police? You do understand that when you reform the police, all you do is make the police less effective. And they are most needed in the black ghetto where all the murdering has happened. Do you know that black folks, is only 13% of the population, account for half of the nation's murders on both sides of the gun, meaning the victim and the perpetrator, right? So why would you make the police less effective? They need to be aggressive to save black lives. If black lives really matter, you should be worried about getting the police stronger, not weaker. Just because there are a couple of questionable cases does not mean that the police are just inherently bad and out to kill black people. Do you think that police officers get up in the morning and say, "Oh, I want to go kill somebody black today"? That's not how that works. Just because there are a couple of questionable cases does not mean anything. And if black lives really matter, then what about the person who got murdered in Portsmouth, right? You blocking the downtown tunnel, prevent people from getting home to Portsmouth. You don't know if they got a sick relative or whatever to look after. Somebody got murdered in Portsmouth while you were out there protesting, right? Now, people online trying to say, "Oh, it's not related." It's like, how is it not related? It's a black life that's taken. If black lives really matter, then shouldn't that person's life matter who got murdered that night when you were out there? You know, people saying, "Oh, it was a good thing because you were able to hug police officers." Well, look, maybe it felt good for you emotionally, but what about the reality of what's going on? What about the reality of policy and things that need to happen for your life going forward? What good will hugs and feel good moments, and what good will the emotional rush that you get from that do in reality? I mean, I don't really get it. Personally, I think it's just something people to do, just like Pokemon Go. People see everybody on social media doing it and they want to be a part of it as well. Because the reality is all these protests and rallies won't do anything to solve the problem with black violence, with police violence, or what you think is police violence. Most of these cases are when people have done something wrong or where they are in a questionable situation. That's the reality. Now, there are some that may not be, but that's the small minority. Worrying about police brutality is like worrying about being bit by a spider when you are in the swamp water surrounded by 115-foot alligators, right? And the 15-foot alligators being black on black violence. Maybe it's easier to do with that very small spider and to prevent that spider bite, but your most likely method of dying is at the hands of all these alligators that are around you. Worry about what makes sense and worry about the real problem and solve that versus worrying about low-hanging fruit that's easy to pick. I know my opinion is unpopular, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get it out there because a lot of people depend on me to be a voice for them, and I'm going to continue to be a voice for them. So that's all I got. Again, my name is Anthony Brown Logan. If you want to hear more from me, check me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.